All right, let's rock and roll. Here are 7 clues that your blood pressure has the potential to go down. And the reason I'm making this video is because so many people have high blood pressure and don't even realize that they can try some natural approaches to lowering their blood pressure. When you do this, you can actually possibly get off all medications for your blood pressure, or in some cases, you can reduce the blood pressure medication. And we all know the side effects of blood pressure medications. They're pretty nasty. It would be smart to at least try some natural approaches, but how do you know they're going to work in advance? That's what this video is about. So number 1 is breathing reduces your blood pressure. And what I mean by this is that if you sit down and take 5 minutes and just totally relax, do deep breathing exercises, if you take your blood pressure before the breathing exercise and after, if your systolic number goes significantly down, then it's potentially possible that you could change your lifestyle and get that lower number. The reason this is important is because stress plays a major role in our high blood pressure. If you can reduce the stress, the blood pressure will go down. But if you really have idiopathic high blood pressure, that means that no matter what, your blood pressure is not going to go down. They don't know the cause of the high blood pressure because it's possible that your doctor doesn't sit down with you and find out if stress is a potential cause. The idiopathic is kind of a joke diagnosis because what it means in the medical world is that the patient is an idiot and the doctor's pathetic, or switch it out. It doesn't matter. But idiopathic means that they don't know the cause of your high blood pressure. So they just give you medication. But why not see if stress is a potential cause? So what I've done is take your blood pressure, take 5 minutes, do deep breathing exercises. You inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth in a very controlled, slow, relaxed way, and then take your blood pressure after. If your blood pressure is really caused from hardening of the arteries, then you're not going to change the hardening of your arteries in that period of time. But if the blood pressure number goes down, it's stress. Number 2 is exercise, cardiovascular exercise, which for some reason, it's insane, but on YouTube, people just have this disdain for cardiovascular exercises. Everybody's talking about you must build muscle mass to be healthy and live longer. And the heart is a muscle. Why not exercise it? It's actually in the name, cardiovascular exercise. Cardio, it's the first word. If you were to exercise 30 minutes a day or an hour a day, then your heart is going to get really strong. And if you start noticing that your blood pressure goes down after you exercise, then that's a significant clue that your blood pressure can go down. A lot of people will make the excuse of, well, I don't have the time, or, I don't have the money to exercise. You just go for a walk. It's not rocket science. But so many people will not try exercise because they're afraid, or it's potentially that someone in their family told them you shouldn't push your body and things like that. We're talking about walking to begin with. We're not talking about running marathons. You build up to these things. Nobody has ever really run a marathon without training, other than Dean Karnassus. He's an unusual fellow. But other than him, you have to train. Number 3, try beetroot juice. Beetroot juice has been shown in the literature to significantly lower your blood pressure after a period of 30 days. For many people, beetroot juice is totally safe. For some people that have kidney disease or they tend to form kidney stones, you may not be able to use beetroot juice. But I'm giving you 7 options here. You don't have to use beetroot juice. But if you don't have kidney stones or don't actively have chronic kidney disease or kidney failure, then the oxalates in the beetroot juice are not going to affect you. Beetroot juice is safe. Beetroot juice is potentially a method to lower your blood pressure, and for many people, of course you have to ask your doctor, it really doesn't interfere with a lot of the blood pressure medications like other foods like grapefruit or something like that. So 8 ounces of beetroot juice every day, 30 days, see what happens to your blood pressure. Number 4, your blood pressure is high at the doctor's office, but when you go home and you check your own blood pressure, it's totally normal. This is called white coat syndrome, and many people have it. It's very common, pardon me, to walk into the doctor's office very stressed out because you don't know what they're going to do that day. They make you wait for a long time, which makes you mad. Then they rush you into the room and the nurse slaps the blood pressure cuff on your arm halfway before you're on the table. She's already got the machine going. She hits the button on the machine. She's not even taking it manually. And sure enough, guess what? Your blood pressure is high. Doctor walks in, says, Mrs. Jones, your blood pressure is high. We're going to put you on medication. And they always say, you don't want to do this, but it's just a low dose. You know, they start with that because they know you're going to be opposed to it. And then you just think to yourself, but wait a minute, at home, it's totally normal. If this is happening to you, you really have to think twice about going on medication. You really have to talk to the doctor about it because you have to let them know my blood pressure is normal at home. If you do take medication when it's high at the doctor's office but normal at home, that blood pressure medication may give you extremely bad symptoms. And this is very often what happens is the blood pressure is high at the doctor's office, patient gets the medication, patient trusts the doctor. I mean, doctors are gods, right? And they take the medication, all of a sudden they're fainting in the shower, they don't feel good, they're lightheaded, they're dizzy, they fall, break a hip, then you're in the hospital and you wonder why, hey, how come grandma fell down? 2 days ago, she was doing CrossFit. It's the blood pressure medication. It's lowering your normal blood pressure to such a low level that you're getting all these symptoms. So a good clue that you really can lower your blood pressure naturally and that you may not need medication is that it's normal at home, it's high at the doctor's office. Number 5, lying down reduces your blood pressure significantly. Now, lying down, your blood pressure will go down a little bit. The reason why is because it takes the heart less effort to push the blood through the arteries. It doesn't have to fight gravity. So it's normal for your blood pressure to be lower when you're lying down than standing up. However, if it significantly lowers down, very often this is a relaxation effect and can signify that it's not the hardening of the arteries that's making you have high blood pressure. It could be just stress. Number 6, your parents don't have high blood pressure and they're 90-something years old. If you have the genetic gift of low blood pressure or normal blood pressure, then instead of giving me a thumbs up and giving me a comment and give your parents a thumbs up. They deserve the kudos because you have been given the gift of normal blood pressure. And thus you can see how this ties into other things, that if you go to your doctor and your blood pressure is a little bit high there, but yet your parents are very old and they're still going, chances are genetically you're gonna still be going. And if you do happen to have just the worst lifestyle, you may be able to develop high blood pressure. And if that's the case, then clearly it's your lifestyle that is developing your high blood pressure. It's not your genetics. Thus, if you have high blood pressure, but your parents don't, chances are you're doing something that is causing that high blood pressure. You start fixing that, goes back to the normal blood pressure for you, which is likely the same blood pressure as your parents. The 7th and final thing that you can think about that signifies that you can lower your blood pressure naturally is you don't have gum disease. Gum disease has been shown to have a strong correlation to heart disease. And the reason why is because the health of the gums, they're kind of like the canary in the coal mine. They will signify your overall health. If you're not a healthy person, chances are you have gum disease, which chances are, if you're destroying your gums because of your lifestyle, you're probably also destroying other parts of your body, including your heart and your whole cardiovascular system. So if you do not have gum disease, yet you have high blood pressure, chances are you're healthy enough to improve your lifestyle such that you can lower your blood pressure. Now, if you're interested in lowering your blood pressure naturally without drugs, then right at the end of the video, right here in the corner, I will put a link to my complete guide to lowering blood pressure. If you would like to consult me and you're not in my area, because I'm in practice here in Camarillo, California, but you're far away, we can do a phone or Zoom consultation. You just have to go down to the bottom, find my website, contact us, we will call you. There is a fee for a Zoom or phone consultation. This is not a free service, but we schedule off time for you, just like we're gonna schedule a normal patient, and we do a consultation over the phone or Zoom. Just contact us that way. And also, besides your parents getting a little thumbs up, give me a thumbs up on the video. Let me know you like this. Share this video with other people, because that way, first of all, it helps the algorithm. It helps me get this information out there. And this video is entirely free, so you could send it to people. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, you can subscribe, hit the bell notification. That way you'll be notified of my next videos. And in addition to that, I hope that you are able to lower your blood pressure, because these medications, they are rough on your body. They can save some people's lives, but for many people, they cause a whole host of problems. And if you can change your lifestyle and do some things to improve yourself, you're gonna be much happier.